Hey, Todd Burrier from toddburrier.com. Many years ago, this was when I was in college. I think I was a junior in college, maybe a senior. And I met this woman. Not it wasn't a romantic thing. She was in a relationship, but I met her at a social function, and she was a very successful model, and she was talking to me about she thought I could be a model, and I never thought about that. I mean, I never thought about myself that way. But at this time in my life, I was just purely like a party guy. That's all I did was party. I barely went to class, and I'm as completely irresponsible in my life. And that comes from a lot of deeper stuff that took me years to get over. But the point is that she's talking about this, and I'm like, wow, I start thinking about it. I'm like, oh wow, models make a lot of money, and I mean, what do they have to do? Stand there? So I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I mean, I can make a lot of money. So I was looking at it like, oh, this would be an easy way, right? An easy way. Of course, that's not true. I've known plenty of people who are very successful in that world, and they worked their tails off and had to go through a lot of rejection and had to work very hard to stay in the kind of shape they needed to, blah, blah, blah. But that's not how I was looking at it. And so she had advocated for me with this major agency, and they were very, very interested. And I had an appointment with them. And I had this appointment set up for a Monday. And it never happened. And so the reason it never happened is the Friday night before that, I was with some friends, and we were spending an afternoon into an evening playing pool and drinking tequila. And we drank a lot of tequila. And then we decided it would be a good idea to get in our car and drive 45 minutes to another friend's house. So we did. And as we're getting to the friend's house, it's pitch black, and there's a chain link fence to the front door, and I was all excited to see my friend, and so I jumped the fence. The challenge is that my shoestring of my sneaker caught the top of the chain link fence, and I fell straight down, face first, and there was a cement sewer block right there, and I landed eye first on this cement sewer block. And I had so much tequila in me, I just knew that something had happened. I didn't have any pain, right? So like, wow, that hurt. And I got up, and I go to the front door and knock on the door, and the guy opens the door and he just looks at me like, because my eye had exploded, and I didn't even know. My entire face was covered in blood. And long story short, I spent the evening in the emergency room, and it took many, many stitches, and they said I was fortunate not to lose my eye. Fortunately, I have pretty strong bones, and that even though everything blew up skin-wise around it, the bone structure held and allowed me to keep my eye, which, by the way, then they said you'll have a lot of problems with this eye in the future, which, as a side nugget, I have avoided through using the right products, but that's a different thing. But so there's things you can do. But the point was, that I was like, once I came to and realized what I'd done, because I mean, I looked like the Elephant Man on the side of my face for the next couple of months, and so yeah, obviously that later that night I realized, okay, so now I've totally blown it. I can't. That opportunity is gone, and so I blamed it on bad luck, right? I blamed it on this kind of stuff always happens to me, right? It never dawned on me that, at least then, never dawned on me that drinking a bottle of tequila and jumping a fence, and you probably brought it on yourself, right? And so the point I'm bringing to this is, what changed my life, and really didn't happen until after I was married and getting a little more serious, but was taking responsibility and understanding that, You can't blame others for your situation. Things happen in life. I understand that, right? I mean, I've had things happen to me that I didn't bring on to myself, and all of us do. But if we're really true and really honest with ourselves, we will realize that most of the things that happen to us in life, most of the things that don't work out, most of the things that don't seem to go right, we do, right? We do. We bring upon ourselves. And when we learn that there is no blaming and there is no excuses, and that we are responsible for everything we do, and that we really, where we are right in this moment, right? Wherever you are right now, it doesn't matter where it is, in your health journey, in your relationships, in your business, in your home business, and whatever it is that you're doing, you absolutely at this moment are the sum total, right? The sum total of your choices and your habits. That's what it is. And the common denominator there is you, right? And hey, I'm not pointing a finger at you and saying I'm better than you, because that's not the truth. I've been there, done that, and still do that to myself. But I share this with you because it's a significant point in life. My life changed dramatically when I took responsibility. I don't blame. I don't make excuses. I acknowledge I either did it or I didn't, or I did it poorly or I didn't do it poorly. Right? That is a massive thing to come to in your life. When you take responsibility for the fact that you have all you need, and here you are, right? And you're only limited by what you choose or don't choose. Man, things can really change for the better. So I hope that was of value for you. Feel free to share that. Visit my blog at toddberry.com if you're not watching this video on it, and share it with others if you feel like what I provide can be of service and value. Have a great day.